So, Aidan, thanks for talking to us for starters.
Pleasure.
So, first of all, just about, I suppose, the Curragh launch this evening and launching the season. What's the significance, I suppose, of the Curragh to racing in Ireland?
Sure, I suppose it's probably the most important course definitely in Ireland and maybe in Europe. It's the fairest track in Europe. No track has a mile like it, a mile and a half, a sprint track like it. It's probably one of the most, if not the most important track in Europe, really.
And tell me a little bit about the Dubai Duty-Free Irish Derby. What's the significance of that race?
Yeah,
what does it mean maybe to you?
Yeah, listen, it's a very important race also because usually the French Derby is run at that stage, the Epsom Derby, and so really I suppose the best mile and a half horse is usually decided going into the Irish Derby, and then it's always there to be shot at by a new horse coming along, and it's the fairest track, it's the greatest test. So it's probably the most exciting race as well because you have either the Epsom Derby or the French Derby horse coming, and all the others are there to try and come and get him.
Just tell us a little bit about what you're looking forward to this season, and particularly with the Dubai Duty-Free Derby.
Well, my 1,000 guineas fillies, I'll have a choice hopefully between Lucida and Step Amok. Lucida will probably go to Newmarket, but if she didn't go to Newmarket, she'd be my number one at the Curragh, and Step Amok would be my number two, and if Lucida doesn't turn up, she'd be my number one. On the 2,000 guineas scene, Parish Boy will probably appear there, but before that he'll probably go for a guineas trial. And then after that, if all goes well for him in the 2,000 guineas at the Curragh, the Dubai Duty Free Irish Derby would be his next assignment, and I'd be fairly confident that he'll get a mile and a half and be very effective at that trip. So I'd be very much looking forward to running him there.
I suppose we have obviously the horses that we're looking to classic, like John F. Kennedy, Old Man River, Glen Eagles, Highland Reel. So all those type of horses there. Listen, like obviously there were nice horses last year, unexposed really. So we'll hopefully some of them will come true.
And so where do you think Aidan O'Brien is going to figure in your plans for the season?
Well, Aidan will always be there because he has such a strong team, and as you know, he's had a stranglehold on the Dubai Duty Free Irish Derby for a number of years now with one or two interruptions, but it won't be easy to get by whatever he runs, but I'm sure I won't be the only one trying to get by them, and hopefully the race will be competitive anyway, and sure, let the best horse win.
And finally, just what are your best memories of the Irish Derby? What's your best moment on your memory from the race?
Well, probably my best and most outstanding memory of the Curragh would be 1992, when I won the Irish Derby in record time with Sangiovese. I think he won by about 12 lengths. And it was the fastest derby ever, and his time hasn't been better since.
I suppose Camelot was very important. It was very heavy ground, and we weren't sure whether we were going to run him. And Joseph rode him, and like it was I suppose a big pressure day, and we felt that we had to run him for Irish racing. But like it's a magical day really. The Derby day is a magical day. It's one of those days that you can't replace, and it can't go anywhere else. And like the Curragh is a magical track. And I suppose the Curragh on Derby day, I don't think there's any racing better anywhere in the world than that.